Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Pride FT. The FT stands for Football Thoughts. What's the point?
The FT actually stands for "fuck this."
It really does.
We're gonna have to change the subtitle.
Oh, what do you think of that, then, Bo?
Well, here we are, eh? We're back again after another loss in the Premier League at Stamford Bridge. This time 1-0 to Aston Villa, and once again we barely laid a glove on the opposing team.
What's going on?
I just feel, yeah. I mean, what did I say in when we were talking about it in our podcast this week? I said we're definitely losing, and I said if we lose, we are not getting top four categorically. And
I think that's gone now.
Yeah, you cannot drop this many points so early on in the season. And I was talking about this in a different context with somebody else about bloody League Two football and Forest Green. I was saying. I think it's quite naive to say, it's the beginning of the season. We got time to bring it back. It's like, yeah, but at the end of the season, what are the games that you look at, the results that you look at that make the difference? And it's moments like these, like even losing one game or dropping points in one or two games is enough to have you miss out on a top four spot. Especially when Liverpool are raring. Tottenham and Arsenal just had a fantastic 2-2 draw, so they're close. They are basically working at the same capacity. And obviously Man City have not lost, have literally got a perfect record so far this season. It's going to take an absolute catastrophe for, I don't know, 2 or 3 other teams for us to get anywhere near top 5, actually, and it's not happening.
6 games, and we've won 1, which was against Luton Town, arguably the worst team in the Prem. The Luton Town actually drew this week as well. Good for them. But they haven't won any. We have only won 1 more than Luton. Just put that into perspective.
Wow.
We have won 1 more than Luton. We are 14th. You know who's behind us? Everton. Wolves.
Shocking.
Bournemouth. What is going on in this fucking team? It's pissing me off now because I can let a couple games slide, but this is 5 on the bounce now. What the fuck are you playing at? Or 4 on the bounce, sorry. What are you playing at? Like, it's ridiculous. You're against Aston Villa, who arguably was fucking shit. Because
didn't really do much, did they?
They didn't do much. They played a mid sort of a mid defense, sort of, instead of a low block, is sort of like a mid block. Gave us loads of space, which they shouldn't have. And this is what we've got to deal with now. People and teams do not respect Chelsea anymore.
No, they don't give a fuck, do they?
No, they don't care. You know why? Because we can't fucking shoot a ball. Because every single cunt on that fucking team wants to pass. Why? And then you get one person, aka Jackson, who doesn't want to pass and either loses the ball or can't fucking shoot to save his life. I'm sorry for swearing, but you're wankers. You're all a bunch of wankers. I mean, put in some fucking effort. Can we just go through what happened? We started off good. First 15 minutes probably was great. Making good inside runs. Got Mudryk starting. He was actually all right, fast, agile. Everything that I want from him, except for goals. I would like some of them. At times I was loving it. Gallagher with the captaincy. How do you feel about that?
I think, if there's anyone who deserves it, it's him. He, of all the players in our squad, he's not really put in a bad performance all season.
No,
he was actually good. He was good again today. Literally, he's everywhere. He really is a midfield dynamo. I don't mind Gallagher being captain, and it feels nice symbolically as a Chelsea lad with a Chelsea family. Those are the types of roles that captains are made for. So I don't mind it at all.
Exactly. And I agree. I think he done a brilliant job today. As do I think Sanchez done a fucking fantastic job, because without Sanchez, we'll be 5-0 down. This was absolutely outrageous. The defence was lacking. Silva's just not all there now. Colwill was great. Disasi had very. It was a very mid game for Disasi. He looked good going forward, if anything.
Strangely.
Strangely, that header was great. Obviously disallowed. Moving on with the first half, just the same shit. You know what? We could literally copy and paste this reaction, right? Actually, we could copy and paste the Nottingham Forest reaction, right?
Yeah.
For the Bournemouth one and this one. Just exactly the same, because we're playing exactly the same.
Yeah.
The same people, the same tactics, the same everything, and yet we're going against different teams and we're not dynamic enough. We're not changing enough. And without change, it's fucking insanity. And that's what it is right now. It's like watching paint dry. It's fucking depressing, bruv. I'm sitting there like, why do I love this sport? Right?
Definitely. I mean, all the joy of football is being sucked out of me at the moment, and the only thing that's keeping me going is that I've started playing football again regularly, and that's been nice. I look through the first half stats, and Aston Villa actually, strangely, had more total shots and shots on target. I know they had Zaniolo had like a good volley that Sanchez did well to save, and Luca Dean had an unbelievable volley from outside the box that Sanchez did really well. So it's a weird one for Sanchez today, obviously, wasn't it? Because he had his best game in a Chelsea shirt, and yet the goal he conceded was shite. Was shite. Post, to be fair. And was it off the post? Well, no, the fact is that it was at a really tight angle, and it went straight between his legs from an angle which he really should never, as a goalkeeper, your bread and butter is never conceding goals from that angle. So, a real shame for him, really, in what could have been a 10 out of 10 performance that unfortunately has to drop down to a 6 for me because, you can't be conceded goals like that. Those kinds of chances lose you games, especially in this team when we cannot score to save our life. So we had moments in that first half. Obviously, as you said, Mudryk made an unbelievable pass, a lovely pass. That's something he's got in his locker, through to Jackson, who is saved easily by Martinez. At this point, I don't know anymore whether or not it's good goalkeeping or just poor shooting. It's so hard for me to.
It's not goalkeeping. It can't be, because our shots aren't even on target. It's ridiculous. Sanchez absolutely pulled out of the bag first half. The belief in him is building. I know that he had a bit, obviously, he's not meant to take on this many shots. That's the thing.
True.
The whole thing is the defense and everybody around him, the 10 men that he's got in front of him are meant to, save him from this. He is meant to be last resort. And today he was like first resort. It was, no one cared. You know what? I'm loving having a keeper that can actually save from outside the box. Yeah,
that's nice. True. True.
Two or three of them shots today, absolute scorchers as well. They weren't like little placements. That didn't you fucking he hit that with venom. And Sanchez on it, bruv, on it. I loved it. So fantastic. First half was okay. I was optimistic.
It was all right. Yeah, it was all right. We went in at half time, and I even said to Em, who was with me, I said, you know what, this could be worse because Aston Villa are decent. And also we've created some chances again. We say that every week. But also normally, don't we? We always start a game, or have done this season, poorly. I feel like we always start the game shit. 20 minutes, like we get battered. But this time it was all us from beginning to end. And maybe they had like a 5-minute spell where they had a couple shots on target, and it looked like okay, fine, but not really from anything they did. They didn't create a big chance in the first half. Actually, that was just us, which we missed. Obviously,
first half. Just in the first half, we had 5 offsides.
Yes, well, and that's been a major problem, hasn't it? I mean, we had 10 offsides this game. 10 in total.
5.5.
Yeah, and it's shocking.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Why aren't you looking down that line? Like, I know. That's what you're meant to do. You're a footballer. Just to talk about the ref, blew the whistle nearly, about a minute and a half early.
Yeah.
Strange. Did he need a shit or something? We don't know. So I don't know what's going on there. And then apparently he's fucking blind and gave Gusto a red card because he got the ball. He got the ball.
Well, Yeah, that's it. So into the second half now, and what about 10, 50 minutes into second half, Malo Gusto gets sent off.
56th minute, I believe, something like
56th
that.
minute, yeah. Has his yellow card upgraded to a red card.
Which, mind blown, right? Because the slow-mo, he's got the ball first, for one. Yeah. He's not going for the man. 2, it's just a single leg. It's not a double leg tackle, right?
Yeah.
And 3, it's not even high.
Yeah.
It was like that, like that much off the ground, literally. Yeah. You can't help that. That's just you going. That's like you leaning back. You can't help it. Your thigh will bring your leg up. That's just, and it's just unfortunate that whoever was it, Digne?
Digne,
and his ankle got under. Thankfully, is he okay? I'm guessing he's.
He was fine. He literally. I was watching him.
So it's just like, what the fuck? I swear that ref looked at that TV screen, and I honest to God, think he's been placing bets. Because some of that game, some of them calls were fucking pathetic.
Yeah, I get it, and again, frustrating call. And I knew as soon as it happened, obviously, right, well, that's it, we're finished, we're definitely not winning. Yeah. And then it was really about, can we just not lose? And then I thought, no, we're definitely going to lose.
Yeah.
And then really they just continued to pile on the pressure as you'd expect them to do. Again, though, we had more big chances in the second half than they did, and we missed both of them. Yeah. They had one and missed one. So, but they also, the one that, what's his bloody name? Ollie Watkins then goes on to score about 10, 15 minutes later.
First Premier League goal
of the season. Yeah, first Premier League goal of the season, of course. Charity FC. We come through again, don't we, for players, giving them their first goals. So then they obviously go on to score, and then straight away, well, that's it. We're finished. In the build up to that goal as well, just Thiago Silva, I'm sorry, once again gets absolutely rinsed, and as left off in a very dangerous position. And Levi Colwill actually does really well, to be honest. He does everything that you want a centre back to do. Is stay with your man, don't dive in and give away a red because you're the last bloke. Blocks really well for the first effort that Watkins made. Yeah, he was. He's a really good player, and looked actually. And then when Gusto comes off and he went into centre back, he looked really good.
Yeah.
And then obviously, as I said earlier. With when we talk about Sanchez, takes another quick snapshot, and it should never really be able to go through a goalkeeper's legs at that angle. That should just not happen. So I wouldn't call the goal lucky. I mean, you don't shoot, you don't score, and if you hit it hard and low and accurately. There's a good chance. Exactly, you never know. And unfortunately, none of our players ever hit it hard or low or accurate.
Or even shoot for that matter.
Again, there are occasions, like, I know he was offside, but where Raheem Sterling goes through on goal at one point with a lovely ball from Enzo, and then literally Jackson's right next to him. He could have squared it to him and it would have been an easy tap in, but he didn't. And he missed. He had it saved. So again, not offside, so it wouldn't have counted. But the fact is, every single wanker in that team, none of them have got a killer instinct, and none of them. I'm really at a loss for words. I don't really know.
You know who did have a killer instinct?
Who did?
Brozier. He came in for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He came on about 78 minutes, and you know what? I was impressed from being injured that long.
Yeah.
To coming in and doing a little bit. Like, he had a good couple shots. He wasn't hanging about. He was getting quite stuck in.
He was up for it, certainly. I just need more, though. You know what I mean? I need. I
get it. But you really, can't expect that much.
I was going to say, that's really harsh for me to say. I mean, he probably wouldn't have a sniff if it wasn't for the amount of injuries and suspensions we've got now. So yeah, you are right. Like, that's quite harsh of me. And actually, what we should be saying is, well done to him. For getting back. And looking himself, and hopefully over the coming weeks he'll be able to offer us something a bit different to what we've got. I think a few of those players in that starting lineup are going to have to ride the bench, unfortunately. And I know we've got a really young. I know we've already got 12 injuries, or whatever we have, and hopefully some of those will be back soon. But some of those players, it's not good, Brev. I mean, think about this next week, right? Obviously, with the amount of injuries we have, which we know about, blah blah blah. Jackson can't play the next game anyway because he's got 5 yellow cards now. So he's already got a 1-game suspension for 5 yellow cards. That's 4 for dissent already. for arguing with refs, and one today where he was just being a twat and was just standing in front of the ball when they were trying to take a goal kick or a free kick.
It's all just for nothing.
I know, that's what I mean. So that's him now out for one game, suspended. Yeah. So pointless. At this point of the season, bro, it's not even the end of September yet. What the fuck is he? Not even Diego Costa ever had that.
We're 6 games in.
Yeah, we're 6 games in. How the fuck do you get 5 yellow cards in 6 games as a striker?
He's had a yellow card every game.
I'm sorry, like the club, and you know, and he shouldn't get back in the team then when he comes back. I'm sorry, like if you were banging in goals, yeah, you'd maybe get away with it. But the fact is, you're not, and then you're acting like a tit like that as well. Like he's not an 18-year-old. He's a 22-year-old. He's yeah, literally, really, just fucking grow up because you're being a baby. Because all you've done there now is give us one less option up front, which we already don't have. By the way, so now we have to rely on Brozier, who's just come back off an 9-month injury.
Exactly, yeah. And very tender Brozier.
Yeah, and exactly.
Credit to him, he was actually getting stuck in, which I mentioned before. And that's a big thing coming back from injury, because people tend to they don't want to get injured. I don't get nervous, but, you know, Brozier actually getting stuck in, and I loved it. So I love seeing him back. And I hope he starts. But who is your leader of the pack? Because I've got 2, and I kind of want your opinion. So I'm saying Sanchez or Colwill.
I'm going to go Colwill just for the fact that Sanchez conceded a shit goal, which is just inexcusable.
We gave him leader of the pack last week anyway. But you know what? He did have a brilliant game.
And he actually did.
8.2. He was the highest rated. I think he was the highest rated in the match, not just like our team.
Yeah, out of everyone. Yeah. No, and he deserved it. And honestly, he actually genuinely was good. And I thought, do you know what? If this is what we can expect, I'm all right with that.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. Yeah.
But as I said, you know, like what separates good goalkeepers from great goalkeepers is great goalkeepers wouldn't consistency. They wouldn't concede that goal. No. You know, they hold it together throughout the whole game, not just most of the game. Yeah. And obviously, as you said though earlier, it's tough because Sanchez should not be conceding this amount of shots anyway in a team like ours. But do you know what's quite funny as well? Sorry, just a quick thing. I'm sorry. Just one of the commentators said at one point that they were talking about Cole Palmer's transfer fee, and they were like, they said you know what I'm going to say. They were like, yeah, just selling him to a rival like that, and I said, rival. I'm sorry, rival. I said,
Man
we're going to be
6 games in a row.
Do you know we're going to be 50 points behind them by the end of the season?
Yeah,
we're not rivals. We've not been rivals since 2017. No. We've not laid a glove on the league since 2017.
Yeah,
rivals. We are nowhere near them. Our rivals at this point are Nottingham Forest, Brev. Dead ass. We are a mid-table team until proven otherwise. That is where we're at.
We're just going to have to accept it.
This is the title of the video, right? This is it. We are well and truly in our banter era. Our banter era began with Potter. It was building up. We have now entered it fully. We are not a serious club anymore. We're a banter club.
A banter club.
This season, honestly, it's just going to be. We are going to be the laughing stock of the league.
Officially mid-table.
Yeah,
that's what I think it is, because Aston Villa. They're good.
Aston Villa are better than us.
They've just had a European game as well.
I know.
We've had a week
just
rest.
Come off. They've just been bloody. I don't know. In Poland, they were in Poland.
We've had a week
by
rest.
Legia Warsaw. I know. We've had shitloads of time off to think about things, get our heads together. Part of me thinks they don't need the time. Too much time is bad for them because it gives them time to think about it. I mean, look at the way they finish. Every time they have time to think about the finish, they always fuck it. So, oh God, yeah. I mean.
So, right, that's the game. I want to ask you a question now, and everybody at home.
Yeah.
Pochettino, how long's he got?
Oh, well, you said to me before we started recording, did you hear the boos at the end of the game? Yeah. They will only get louder and louder and louder. The more of these results that don't go our way, these will only get louder and louder and louder. Yeah. And, hey, I understand. In his head, he's thinking he's got ages to figure it out. Yeah. Everyone was under the idea he's got ages to figure it out. Young squad, blah, 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 bullshit, whatever. But who else had ages to figure it out? Graham Potter. And what happened to him? Yeah. He got fucking sacked because he couldn't do it. He couldn't make the team do anything worthwhile. And really, why does Pochettino deserve anything other than that?
We're 6 games in.
At the end of the day, you're still a manager who's there to get wins. Yeah. You know, I've seen quotes come out from our fucking, you know, like about our transfer business that apparently this stupid fucking team of statisticians and, you know, these like newfangled transfer gurus, they're talking about how they're trying to put together the perfect 100-point team, you know, 100-point Premier League team. Fuck you, you arrogant fucking spreadsheet wankers.
Yep.
Fuck you. How embarrassing.
Yeah.
And you're trying to tell me that these lot are your 100-point team?
Can't even fucking score a goal.
Do you know what I mean?
Against Bournemouth.
That's just so
against
arrogant.
Aston Villa. Against
Nottingham
Forest.
That's 3 games in a row without a single goal. Do you
know
what I mean?
The fuck?
We're playing like Burnley.
What's going on?
We've got nothing. Actually, no, Burnley scored the other day. We've got nothing about us.
Nothing left. Like,
you know what I mean? Like, we've got a team full of just bumperclarts
all
over the place.
Have we just got a team of arrogant youngsters?
I don't think they're all arrogant, no. But I think we've got a team of youngsters who, quite a lot of them have been bought for inflated fees because that's just the market. And with that comes a level of expectation that they cannot get to, they can't attain. You know, even someone like Fernandes, last couple of games, he's been looking a bit higgy, I can't lie.
Yeah.
Now, that might just be a positional thing, but, you know,
he's been played out of position.
Yeah, and he's been played to death. I apologise for my camera. I know it looks ridiculous. I keep saying I'll fix it, and I really should, and I will actually at some point. I'm really sorry to the viewers and to you, Clark. I'm sorry, stupid. But you know, right? I mean, let's have a quick look at the next game because I think that's probably.
Oh, do we have to?
Just very briefly, you know, very briefly. Let's have a look. Come on, then. Next. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, actually, it's not too bad because it's in the League Cup during the week.
Yeah.
It's on Wednesday, a League Cup against Brighton. So, I mean, losing that, you know, whatever. Although, having said that, obviously, if we lose, we're out, and that's another competition round, and less
more rest time. More time to think about more losses.
Rest. Yeah, we don't need more fucking rest.
And then after that, we've got Monday. It's Fulham versus Chelsea at Fulham. Nice little 8 o'clock kickoff, so that's going to be.
They beat us twice last season, didn't they?
That's going to be that's going to be a nice little loss.
Right, well, they'll do that again.
I can't see us winning a game.
Well, you know, the mad thing was this run that we're having probably as it ends at Burnley on the 7th of October. This was the run where we were like, this is great. We're getting like we should be getting 15 to 18 points here. You know, start of the season, Liverpool was a really hard game. The rest of them were all winnable.
Yeah.
The rest of them were all winnable, and as you said before, the only win we've got is fucking Luton, which was they may well be the worst team that's ever played in the Premier League points wise at this
16 to 18 points. We're on 5.
It's a fucking disgrace.
And Man City is on 18. Liverpool's on 16.
So when we get then to the end of that Burnley game, right? Yeah. And let's say we've lost against Fulham, which is very likely. I think we'll probably beat Burnley because they're terrible. But we'll then have a run of Arsenal, Brentford, Tottenham, City, Newcastle, Brighton, United in the league.
Right.
Fucking hell. That leads us all the way up to
January.
December, actually, all the way to December. So we are in big trouble, Brev.
We're in big doo-doo.
Big trouble.
Well, that was depressing again. Nice little start to the week for us. You know, we work hard all week, and then on the weekend we can't even fucking enjoy ourselves then. So that's all good. I think that's it. We will get back to you on Wednesday, talking about the Brighton game and a podcast on Friday. Have a good week, folks. Don't be too down. It's only football, but that's what we love. As always, just before that, like, subscribe, all that stuff. As always, up the Chelsea.